A news alert, the other big story we're following. 10 active fires tonight burning across our state. Thousands of homes in danger. Residents remain evacuated. Tonight we have live team coverage of Colorado burning. We're in Fort Collins and Colorado Springs following the very latest on the High Park and Waldo Creek fire. We start with my co-anchor Ann Trujillo live in the Springs, and then finally some good news for residents there tonight.
That's exactly right, Mike. The 5,000 people who were evacuated from the Manitou Springs area got the good news tonight. The evacuation order lifted just about 8 o'clock tonight. Now, there are still 6,000 people evacuated tonight. Those include the Cedar Heights gated community. That's near Highway 24 and Manitou Avenue. Also, several evacuations on the west side of Colorado Springs. Pre-evacuation notices also out to people living south of Woodland Park. And tonight, Highway 24 remains closed between 31st Street and Colorado Springs to Woodland Park.
This is dry, hot weather. Obviously, the wind's going to pick up.
And that is the governor stopping by the command center of the Waldo Canyon fire this morning. His main concern, all the homes in these fire areas, adding Colorado has seen conditions like this before.
As a frame of reference, in 2002, when we had that serious drought, you remember the Hayman fire, at the time of the Hayman fire, we had 8 fires. So this isn't something we haven't seen before. We're not going to.
Now, Governor Hickenlooper added the government has been working as fast as it can to get the extra resources needed on this fire. Of course, there is sort of a common thread, really, to all of these fires burning in Colorado. That's the emotional roller coaster that these evacuees are having to deal with. This Colorado Springs community, no exception. 7 News reporter Mark Stewart is out here in Colorado Springs with me. And Mark, some of these folks got the news while they were sleeping, actually.
And it's been a very tough 24 hours. Some people getting the order to leave at 3:30 this morning. At the height of all of this, 11,000 people evacuated. And while that number has been cut in half many people still out of their homes. It will be a while before all of this returns back to normal.
Yes, I'm so excited to go home.
It's the text message Lisa Croce had waited all day to receive. After more than 12 hours away from her home, she's now able to return to Manitou Springs.
I'll never take anything for granted.
The Waldo Canyon fire is unlike any other so far this season because it's erupting near very populated areas. At times, this massive fire and smoke is drifting towards the Colorado Springs city limits. Colorado treasures, including the Garden of the Gods, are also at risk. As the fire rages for a second night, those who are fortunate enough to return home wonder if they'll have to leave again, a pattern that's been the norm in other Colorado fires.
It's definitely a concern. Kind of makes you not want to go back just in case the tail you leave the second you get there.
This weekend, we've seen fires in nearly every corner of our state. El Paso County is now being added to the list of nature's might over man.
Yes, it is. It beats mankind by a long shot.
And the U.S. Forest Service wants us to tell you, if you live in this area, you will see flames, you will see smoke from these mountains. You will also see a whole army of aircraft, planes, choppers flying overhead over the next few days. Live in El Paso County tonight, Mark Stewart, 7 News.
All right, Mark, thank you for that. Now, thousands of Colorado Springs residents evacuated tonight from the path of the Waldo Canyon fire. And just earlier today, the Colorado Springs Mayor, Steve Bach, with stern words for people who are ignoring those orders.
I just want to urge people who are asked to evacuate to please comply. If you want to help these firefighters up here on this mountainside, the best thing you can do, folks, is please do what you're asked.
Bach also clearing up questions about who is fighting this fire.
I've gotten a lot of calls from people saying, Mayor, why are you not up on that mountainside putting out that fire? Well, number one, I'm not very good at that, but more importantly, that's out in the county, and so we need to respect their lead on that.
So the mayor just asking folks to just watch out for one another and just keep people in the loop who might not otherwise stay up on this fire. So, Mike, right now there are 2 evacuation centers, one set up at Summit Elementary School in Divide, the other at Cheyenne Mountain High School. And I guess the good news right now, no structures lost. Mike?
And no lives lost. That's very good. Thank you, Ann, and we'll talk to you again soon. The biggest fire in the state right now, of course, is the High Park fire. Heartbreaking news for Glacier View homeowners tonight. 57 more homes lost this weekend, bringing the number of homes lost during the 16 days of this fire to 248. The acreage has also increased to 83,205. The fire still 45% contained. 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen talking with some of the evacuees devastated by this news.
A neighborhood destroyed by fire in Glacier View.
We've had good friends that lost their home, and it's difficult.
57 homes gone.
It's just a house, but there's a lot of love that goes into a house.
Mother Nature isn't giving them a break. Heat, wind, and tonight our cameras capture a lightning storm.
Tough day all the way around here.
Fire officials say it could be even worse. A bulldozer line plowed last week helped stop the blaze from destroying hundreds of additional homes.
The toll is very disappointing, very concerning, but it could have been much worse due to the firefighters' efforts.
For evacuees whose homes are still standing, there is gratitude and guilt.
We're pretty sure we have our house and everything, but we know neighbors that have lost their homes, and that's tough.
Even more because they've been warned. Another shift in the wind, and they're back in the danger zone.
We see our insurance company down there. We're going to start to ask them questions now, which is better to ask them now than when everything may hit. We're still praying for the best, but you kind of prepare for the worst.